Yes, I am live. Bonjour, bonjour, my dear friend. I am so very happy to connect with you today with this live video that I had not planned and that my team called me to do because there is so much happening, as you might know, energetically. Things are potent, things are intense, things are always working out in our favor. Remember that the eclipse season is here like a portal. It is very much like a gathering of energy into one singular moment. And then this moment is like a penetrating force. It is like a divine arrow of God penetrating the quantum field to reach us through this literary portal of this lunar eclipse to then blast us with specific frequencies. So we can be prepared to receive these frequencies by having more space in our everyday life, especially during around this eclipse season, to simply be present with whatever is arising within us, but also to create more space at our altar, more space in meditation, in prayers. So, oh, hello, Christina. Thank you for joining live, my friend. So, I would love to invite you to create a ceremony for yourself during this potent lunar eclipse. And it doesn't have to be very long. You can literally do that for 15, 20 minutes, right? And during this ceremony, I would love to invite you to first, as we always do, we connect to the heart, we connect to our pillar of light, our column of ascension. We set up the space by feeling our amazing light being friends all around us. And then we silence the mind, and we really drop into the now. I love to sit up at my main altar. Look, I've been, refining my altars over the last few weeks because, as you might know, I moved into a new house and I've got a couple of altars everywhere, but this is the main one that I have in my house. And I just want to show this to you because it is very important to have a place somewhere in your home that is really sacred and that it is devoted to your spiritual practice. Because an altar is not simply lovely pictures and flowers and incense and candles. It actually, what it does is that you activate it by sitting in front of your altar every day. You activate it with the frequency of your unique soul blueprint and also the frequency that you call in. So here you can see I work a lot with different ascended masters and also earth elementals. I work with light beings. I work with star races. And so I would sit in front of my different altars depending on what I'm working with in terms of frequency. But this is the main one in my house. And it means that I command this house to become a pillar of light. I command this house by sitting in my altar. It's literally when I tune into my psychic abilities and awareness, I can see that this altar, it's just not object. It actually creates a huge pillar of light in itself. And this pillar of light is gonna stay connected all the time, even when I'm not in the house. It's going to keep on emitting the frequency even if I'm not there. So I quote my altar every day as I sit in front of it, as I do my meditation and my prayer. So during the lunar eclipse, it would be a really great moment for you to take time and sit at your altar. If you don't have an altar, it is very easy to create. You can literally have a small table, you place a beautiful crystal and a candle, some incense, essential oil, a little flower, a beautiful image, whatever comes. It doesn't need to be complicated, right? So, as you sit in front of your altar during this lunar eclipse, feel into this power of momentum that is present in your life. We can all feel it, only we will feel it differently. Remember that for many people, to be able to go through breakthrough means first to go through breakdown. And this is challenging. When things break down, it is unpleasant. We don't want it, we don't like it. And what often happens as human beings is that therefore we want to hide away, literally want to curl up on the couch with a blanket and say, I don't like it, I don't want to be here. But what we are being asked is to not hide under the blankets. It's just to literally sit in our power and to say, where is the discomfort? Where is the narrowing? What is breaking down in my life right now? And it doesn't need to be like breaking down of a relationship or work or like something that is actually big and material. It can be breaking down some inner structure that are not serving you any longer. This inner structure could be, for example, all the times that you're very hard on yourself. Now, when you say like things like, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so silly, or how stupid I am, no, it's that literally you cannot tolerate that anymore. There is a standard that is shifting in your unconsciousness that is saying, I need to speak about myself highly all the time because that is literally how you why I would talk to my best friend. I would never talk to my best friend the way I talk to my human self. So this breakdown of old ancient structure could literally be that. It could be also the way you have like a morning routine, or maybe the absence of a morning routine. All of a sudden, this kind of craving to have a morning routine, an evening routine. I know that for me, like my morning routine is pretty good, right? It's a bit more challenging when the kids are there. I don't have this like long period of time to do all the things I want to do, but I still have a little morning routine that feels satisfying to my human. But for me, it's always been the evening routine. I don't know about you, but evening, I tend to kind of zone on my phone a lot. And then I'm like, oh, I've just literally lost like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh no, it was relaxing. But the voice in my head is like, it's not relaxing. So for me, I can see the breaking down of the old template of evening routines no longer serving me. So during this eclipse, observe the breaking down of the old in your life and stay with it. Don't hide because behind it, there is only a breakthrough. It's always the case, isn't it? We know this. We already know this. I'm not sharing like flash news. No, you know what? After a breakdown, there is a breakthrough. After destruction, there is a rebirth. We all know this. But it is how we are going to consciously move through this that is going to make the difference. Because it is one thing to know something, but that's like just knowing doesn't show any signs of wisdom. We need to apply what we know in our everyday lives to be able to grow wiser, stronger, more powerful. And this is literally what the eclipse season is asking us to do. He said, are you going to hide and pretend and everything is love and light when this needs breaking down, this needs refining, like you need to really look into that? Or are you going to actually just take maybe like 20 minutes, half an hour between now watching this video and maybe even a day or two after the eclipse into saying, look, this is what I don't want anymore in my life about myself, about my reality. This is what I'm really ready to let go of and really face it. And even if it's painful, and especially if it's painful, face it, because you know what? When you sit at your altar, like I'm sitting in front of my altar now, I know that I am fully connected with my soul and my light being teams and source God. I know that Sophia Christ is there. I know that everything that I drop here are at the feet of the divine, and the divine is going to hold me in that. I'm going to hold myself through that. I am safe. I am in the safety of my home, safety of my sanctuary. An altar is like a cocoon. I am sitting in a pillar of light in my home. I am fully protected. I am fully conscious of the process unfolding. Here I can cry. Here I can rage. Here I can say nothing. Here I can say everything. Here I can just be who I need to be in the moment. And when we place all of that at the feet of the divine, at the feet of our magnificent divine self, then we are ready to actually call in what it is that is behind that. So the dynamics of the phoenix frequency are extremely potent. They started a few weeks ago. It's happening now because again, like the eclipse is gathering a momentum in itself to then go like poof like that. So for a few weeks now, like about 2 weeks before the eclipse season, we could feel these gatherings. It's like intensity building up, building up, building up. The eclipse is coming, and then what we're gonna have is we're gonna have this wave rippling because in eclipse energy, is gathered in a momentum, but the momentum of the eclipse creates a wave of ripple effect that can be felt for months afterwards. So, what we set up now in terms of beingness, in terms of like, I'm not gonna hide and pretend that all everything is love and light. I'm just gonna work and move through whatever is being broken down in my reality right now like a freaking warrior, because I'm a warrior. So I'm gonna be that now. It doesn't mean that we need to take a lot of actions. Actually, it's better not to take too many actions. Everything is about contemplation. Everything is about the inward movement during a lunar eclipse. It is simply a process that happens within the intimacy of our own heart. But imagine when we can gather this energy, this momentum within our heart during a lunar eclipse. Imagine the setup, the architecture that we put in place for the next month, the next few months. We already say, I direct my attention inward inside my heart. I understand what it is that I need. I understand what it is that is breaking down. I understand how to be the angel of my human through this moment. And we set this up for the next few months. So, whatever happens in the next few months, we have already created this architecture. The eclipse of the introvert movement of the moon is literally helping us to create this structure of the divine feminine mother energy that is saying, you are safe when things break down. You are safe when you are true to yourself. You are safe when you spend time with yourself in meditation, in prayer, with your emotions, with your feelings, without sinking down with them, identifying with them. You are safe with me. I am the angel mother presence, wrapping my wings around you at the altar in my column of ascension, present within the safety sanctuary of my own home. I'm setting up this foundation. So then, as the phoenix, experiencing completely destruction, I will be able to recalibrate. We're going to enter into a phase of a recalibration. And then the recalibration, what is recalibration? Recalibration is a really having the utmost presence to what it is that we need. It is to really seeing like the pieces of the puzzles of our ancient human life, ancient human psyche, ego identification, and so on, that were broken down, and now we can create a new puzzle with all of these pieces. We recalibrate. We like say, oh, I don't want that one to be there any longer. I'm going to use new pieces, create my new version of myself. So here we take time to recalibrate until we have the beautiful picture of who we are and we are rebirthing ourselves. The rebirth is going to come later, and the rebirth happens after the recalibration. When the rebirth happens, what happens is that we can literally feel that we are a new version of ourselves. I know what I'm sharing because I have gone through this process and now I'm in the rebirthing phase, because I'm always have to experience a dynamic before I can take people through a dynamic, before I can facilitate a dynamic. And as this lunar eclipse is happening, I am asked to go even deeper into the breakdown of certain templates that are still present there. Like for me, it would be my evening routine. So I can have like an amazing evening routine and therefore do more work in the quantum as I sleep, because I do a lot of work over there. And so when I wake up in the morning, every day I'm being reborn anew, which is literally the phoenix energy that we co create with at the moment. During this lunar eclipse, therefore, don't take major decisions. Take a lot of time within yourself, meditation, prayer, cacao ceremony, walk in nature, ground yourself down. Think about the divine, a rewilding feminine energy, that needs to be in the forest, in the woods. Like literally, the woods and the forest at the moment are even more potent than, I would say, the beach or the sea, where it can be really windy and really triggering and agitating for the field. It's like really everything is about grounding. It's more like this movement of inward movement. Take a lot of time to really observe in your life what is being broken down to pieces. So you will know that these are the things that I need to let go of. And if I don't know who I am, if I don't know what's going to happen and so on, what do? I spend even more time at my altar. And I pray, and I ask for Sophia Christ for guidance. I ask to my soul, who is a fractal of Sophia Christ consciousness, to guide me, to guide my human through this moment. I ask the Ascended Master, I ask Star Races, I ask my soul family, my High Council, to please be there. Because remember, you have amazing light being friends around you all the time. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay? They are there. Only they are divine sovereign being, and they see you as a divine sovereign being as well. So they will not take any action that you don't allow them to take. So even if your soul says yes to something, maybe your human will have a lot of resistance, therefore they cannot help. So learn to ask for more help. At this time of the eclipse season, learn to crack your heart open and to ask for help, ask for the guidance of the divine with this, and that. Say, I'm lost here, I don't know what to do with this. Like literally, this is what I do. Like, I have situations in my life, like I have zero clue how to solve, guys. Like literally, um, is just it's just so complicated, so intense. I won't bore you with this. It's like family situation that have been going on for 8 years. It's a very long time, and I'm at loss. I've got zero clue what to do here. So what do I do is that I crack open, I break down through being to be able to be rebuilt after, but yet I don't know how, and I don't know what to expect after. And this is the place of surrendering that this lunar eclipse is really emphasizing for us. Surrender. There is no way that we can know everything, because even if our mind and our brains are absolutely beautiful and powerful, they're only tiny, tiny, tiny compared to the infinite quantum, to compare to the whole picture. So, like, even the most advanced master on planet Earth, instead of having this, maybe they will have this portion of information, but it is very little still compared to everything that is happening. This is when surrendering comes. We let the rational mind go. What we do, we move by allowing everything that needs to be broken down, knowing that there is no way that we would be put in a situation that we cannot handle, because we are the divine light of God, because our soul has planned it. So our soul knew that our human would go through this, and our soul was like, yeah, our human will go through that, and you know what? We will nail it. We will nail it because we're awesome. We are so advanced, we are so magnificent, we are so beautiful, we are so pure, our intentions are so amazing. Like, we're just gonna nail it. So you're gonna nail it this life, I mean, and also this eclipse season and everything that is coming, because there's a lot coming. There's so much coming, and this is very exciting. There is a lot coming, and also there is a lot coming because, as you know, I work a lot with the golden phoenix frequency, especially at this moment, and I want to offer many people the possibility to join the golden phoenix trilogy for free. And for that, we downloaded, my amazing team and myself, we downloaded this new way to share with the highest crystalline generosity the codes of the golden phoenix trilogy. We will announce that tomorrow. So if you want to know what's happening, please sign up to the newsletter. When you sign up to the newsletter, you also receive a free meditation for soul alignment, which will be extremely beneficial during this eclipse season. And you will also know what is going to happen. We're going to offer so many free tickets for aligned people as part of these wings of the divine that we are opening. So the spiritual ministry, myself, my high council, and the golden phoenix that are present right now, we are all opening our wings to be able to have so many beautiful souls like you and your friends join for the golden phoenix trilogy, which will be starting on the 26th of November. It's a 3-part event that is going to blow your mind, because it's actually quantum journeys. I have never facilitated something like this before, ever. Usually, quantum healing journeys are only for my students that are part of the pathways. But here, we really need some extra support to navigate the end of the year 2022, start 2023 being rebirthed to the brightest version of who we are. And so this is why we were called to do this Golden Phoenix trilogy. So you can find the link under there, this transmission here, to sign up to the newsletter and receive the amazing information. And I will also put a link to the landing page of the Golden Phoenix so you can join. I send you lots of love. Have an amazing lunar eclipse. Keep shining bright because the world is a better place when you are in it. I'm so grateful to share this reality with you because it is a perfect one and a very, very interesting, vibrant, and playful one. Bye.